what we wanted to do. The important point here is that the order of the condition check is important, okay, if you want to be able to get the proper output, proper results. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and create next. Go ahead and create a simple script for basically checking to see whether or not this we're going to use a module for first time, and we're going to be able to use, in this case, we're going to use a while statement for being able to check a condition. And let's go ahead and open a new. Let's go new. All right. And so what we're going to do here with this one is, first of all, we're going to import socket. Okay. Socket basically is a module that allows us to make a simple TCP connection. All right. Then we're going to create a few, instantiate a few variables. The first one's going to be TCP IP, and then in this case is going to hold the IP address. Now, we know that IP addresses are numbers, right? But in Python, they have to be put into a string, all right? Python will not recognize those, the dot, the 4 octets. So you got to put it into a string. Like that. So that's our IP address. Of course, we could also prompt the user for the IP address. Let's do that. That might be a better way to run this thing. Okay. Let's go ahead and prompt the user. Let's go, I think print statement. We're just kind of doing this on the fly here. Print, what is the IP address you want to connect to? All right, and then we're going to go ahead and create this variable TCP IP, but we're going to fill it in, okay, with input. Next, we're going to prompt the user print what port do you want to connect to? And then we're going to put in a variable called port and take an input for that. Okay, so we've got two variables, TCP IP. We got another port, another one called port. In this case, we're going to also ask for, in this case, we don't prompt the user. We're just going to create a variable called buffer size. And what we're doing is we're trying to create a script that's going to grab, in this case, the banner of at a connection to a remote system. So we're all familiar, I hope, with Shodan. Okay, maybe I should kind of demonstrate what I'm talking about here before I go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do. Let's go and let's see. I've got another machine here. Let me see. It might be useful if you have another machine as well. I got the OWASP BWA here. Make sure I can connect to it and kind of demonstrate what we're going to be doing, but doing it manually. Let's go if config on it. Yeah, it's 168. 192.168.100.102. Okay. And this one is 106. Okay, let's go see if I can ping that machine. Ping 192, 168, 100. Was it 102? Is that what it was? 100, 102. Right. All right, see if we can ping it. Yep. Nope. Can't ping it. All right, let's go and check the connection on that system. And let's go here. There we go. Connected. I got a separate NAD network called Hackers Arise. Let's go ahead and connect it. All right. And let's make sure that the IP address didn't change. Didn't. Good. Now I'll see if I can ping it. They're on the, should be on the same network now. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. All right. So we've got it. Both machines on the same network. They're talking to each other. We're going to try to make a TCP connection. Okay. Between these two systems. First of all, let's scan it and see what ports are open. That way we can kind of determine what ports we want to mess with here. So let's go and do nmap -st and 192.168 100 102. All right, do a quick nmap scan. We got a bunch of ports open. All right. So we've got port 22, 80, 139, 143, 443. There's no port 80 open on that system. 445, 5001, 8080. That machine's using 8080 for HTTP. All right. So what we can do is to do what's called a banner grab. A banner grab is what Shodan does. You know, we've all probably seen Shodan. I'll quickly show you Shodan just to give you some idea what we're trying to do here. First of all, I'm going to go do banner grab. We're going to use, let's go telnet to port 22. Oh, sudo telnet. Okay. Let's do netcat then. Sudo netcat 22. No ports to connect to. Oh, my bad. I'm not giving it the IP address. All right, I'm just giving it the port instead of the 168, 100, 102. There we go. Third time's the charm. Okay. So what this does is that basically netcat NC simply makes a simple TCP connection to this IP address and this port. And when we make that connection, right, the system we've connected to responds with its banner. So it says, okay, this is SSH 2.0 OpenSSH 5.3 and Debian Ubuntu. That's the banner. Now, this is what Shodan and a number of other systems do to be able to gather information about IP addresses around the world. Let's go ahead and take a look at Shodan quickly because that's what we're trying to, essentially we're trying to create a simple Shodan. All right, let's go Shodan IO. That's Shodan. Hopefully you're familiar with it. All right, so we can go to any IP address and be able to, let's go here, I'll go explore. You can put in any IP address and find out what's going on that particular IP address. Anybody want to throw in an IP address for me? Or search for, say, Cisco, right? And it'll show me every system in the world, okay, where there is Cisco in the banner, right there. 6 million, okay? 6 million systems. Surprisingly, Argentina has the highest number, okay? Bunch of 401 unauthorized, but it still gives me, even though it's unauthorized, it's still giving me its banner, okay? It's telling me what the manufacturer behind that port is, all right? And that's what we want to do. That's what we're going to be creating with a simple Python socket connection and then grabbing that banner and displaying it, okay? That's our goal here. So let's go ahead and take our second break, and we'll come back and do some more Python basics for hackers and trying to create what's called a banner grabbing tool, all right? Just going in and grabbing essentially, what we see right here of each of the ports, all right? All right, you're off for 15. Come back at about, 49 minutes after the hour, and we'll continue with writing the script. See you then. Okay, we're back. Now, we left off, we were working on a new script, okay, a banner grabbing script. But one of the things we haven't done yet is to look at another type of control statement called the for loop. So let's do that because we're going to need that to be able to create our banner grab. All right. Before we do that, let's just check to see if there's any other of these. Oh yeah, there's port 80 there. Why did I not see that the first time? There's port 80 there. Let's go see if we can do a banner grab on port 80. Go sudo. So just basically, these are manual banner grabs. This is what Shodan does automatically, and just takes all that information that it gets in these banners like this here, and then puts it into a database and indexes them. All right, and that's what we're doing. Okay, and then to do a banner grab on HTTP, we've got to go put in head HTTP 10. It dropped. There it goes. No, we didn't get anything. Let's try again. 80 and go head space / HTTP 1.0. It's dropping the connection. Right, HTTP 1.0 / head. Looks like we got it here. Yeah, basically it's showing me the index. We don't have the, doesn't look like the server is, oh yeah, here we go. Got it right here. Apache 2.4 Ubuntu.